For any collector, it's the dream. And let's be honest, the nightmare all rolled into one. You know how it starts, a passion, a binder full of your favorite cards. But then it grows and grows until one day you're staring at a literal mountain of cardboard. So how in the world do you tame that mountain? Let's get into it. Yeah, this quote from a collector on Reddit just nails it, doesn't it? It feels like a massive, daunting task, but the potential reward is huge. Tackling a project this big isn't just about your passion for the cards. It's about solving a huge logistical puzzle. And the very first step is just wrapping your head around the sheer scale we're talking about. 200,000 cards. I mean, just think about that number. At that point, it's not just a hobby anymore. You're basically managing an inventory. This is a physical presence in your home that demands a real strategy, starting with the most basic question, where are you going to put it all? So, how do we even begin to tackle a mountain like this? Well, here's our game plan. We're going to follow the entire journey, from the physical problem to the high-tech solution. We'll start with the messy reality of it, then dive into the old-school manual sort, explore the digital tools that changed everything, and finally see how AI can actually turn this collection into cash. All right, so before we even touch any software or think about some grand plan, we have to get real about the physical side of this. This isn't something you can just knock out on the kitchen table on a Sunday afternoon. Nope. This is a long-term project, and it needs a dedicated base of operations. And this, right here, this piece of advice from a seasoned collector is probably the most crucial first step. You absolutely need a dedicated space where you can leave things in a state of, let's call it, organized chaos. Because there are going to be piles for sets, piles for colors, piles for rarities. It has to get messy before it can get organized. Okay, now let's move on to the traditional approach, the way collectors have been doing this for decades. It's a very hands-on, multi-stage process that, believe me, requires a ton of patience and a real eye for detail. So this is the classic, time-tested workflow. First up, you hunt for the gold. You know, the lottery hits, the cards you already know have some serious value. Then the real work begins. You start breaking down that entire mountain by its set symbol. From there, you break down each one of those piles by color and rarity. It is methodical, it is laborious, and it can take weeks, if not months. And this really gets to the human element of the manual sort, doesn't it? It is such a massive undertaking that, yeah, bribing your friends with pizza is a legitimate and common strategy. It just goes to show you that, traditionally, your biggest resource wasn't software, it was sheer manpower. But all that hard work, all that manual labor, it's all for one clear goal: preservation. You're trying to move from the chaos of unsorted piles you see on the left to the long-term safety of archival quality storage like you see on the right, because protecting the condition of these cards is absolutely essential to protecting their value. Now, while the manual method definitely works, the sheer time and effort involved just feels, well, inefficient today. It makes you think, there has to be a better way, right? And that question is our turning point, where we shift from pure muscle to microchips. And that brings us to the first layer of modern solutions. We're moving way beyond simple spreadsheets and into the world of specialized software designed specifically for collectors like us. This is your digital command center. Think of it as a super-powered database that knows everything about your collection. So instead of piles of cards on a table, you have searchable, sortable data. You can track exactly what you have, its condition, how many duplicates you own, and even what you still need to complete a set. So what makes these apps tick? Well, the technology that makes it all possible is something called an API. You can just think of it as the engine under the hood. It's the code that connects your app to a massive central database of every single card ever made, pulling in all that crucial data you need automatically. But, even with a fantastic app, you still face that huge problem of data entry. How in the world do you get 200,000 cards into the system? Well, that's where the most game-changing technology for collectors comes in: artificial intelligence. This is it. This is the ultimate bottleneck. Manually looking up every single card by its name, its set, its number, it is without a doubt the most time-consuming, soul-crushing part of the entire process. It's where most of these big sorting projects just grind to a halt. The solution is some pretty incredible code, like what you're seeing here. Modern apps use your phone's camera to literally see a card. It uses a technology called optical character recognition, or OCR for short, so the AI can actually read the text on the card. Then, through machine learning, it instantly matches that info to a database and identifies it for you. It's amazing.
And the difference? Oh, it's night and day. The old way is painfully slow and, let's face it, full of human error. The new way is lightning fast, incredibly accurate, and automatically fills your digital collection with tons of rich data. AI scanning transforms this single biggest chore into one of the easiest steps.
So once your collection is all organized and digitized, a whole new world of possibilities opens up. And for a lot of people, the ultimate goal here is to turn this passion project into a legit, profitable business.
With a fully cataloged inventory, you can actually execute a real revenue plan. The primary income stream, no surprise, is selling individual cards, or singles. That's where the highest value is. Then, the secondary stream comes from selling off all the less valuable cards in bulk lots to other players or collectors. And this quote gets right to the heart of it. The data you've collected, the card name, the set, the number, all of it, it's not just for organizing anymore. It's used directly by selling tools to automatically create these perfectly optimized, searchable listings for online marketplaces like eBay. Your data literally becomes dollars. So let's put it all together. This is the complete modern workflow. Step 1, you use AI to scan and identify your cards. Step 2, you use software to list hundreds of them for sale all at once. Step 3, the system helps you price them based on real-time market data. And finally, when a sale is made, your perfectly organized physical collection makes finding and shipping that card an absolute breeze. And that's really the final thought. By applying these layers of technology, you've transformed a daunting pile of cardboard into a streamlined, data-driven operation. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What treasures, what opportunities are just waiting to be scanned and discovered in your own boxes?